My name is Emma Vossen, and I'm currently in my third year of the JD-MHA program. I'm originally from BC, but I moved to Halifax in 2014 to do my undergrad in business administration at St. FX University, which is just a couple hours outside of Halifax. And it was there that I first fell in love with the community on the East Coast. And I was thinking about it today, and I was pretty sure I was invited to about 4 Thanksgiving dinners during my first year out here by pretty much virtual strangers. And they invited me because they knew it was my first one away from home, my first Thanksgiving away from home. And this is just one of the many examples of the generosity of both people in our MHA community and in the broader Nova Scotia community. So strongly encourage anyone who's thinking about moving to Nova Scotia to do so. But this is in part why, after taking a gap year to work as a project manager in Vancouver, I decided to come back and make the East Coast my home. And it's also when I first became interested in Dal's JD-MHA program. During my fourth year at St. FX, I was working on my thesis with bereaved patient family members with St. Martha's Hospital. And this was an organization with a spiritual mission statement. And so I was looking at how that mission statement impacted the care that patients and their families received and how that care felt. And so it was this, in addition to working with, at the time, an MP who was on the health committee in Ottawa. It gave me a chance to see the interplay between health and law, and led me to reach out to Michael Hadskis, who I'll now ask to turn on his camera and give a little wave if he can. Thanks, Michael. Michael is our JD-MHA coordinator, fount of useful information, and a prof who will no doubt have you in stitches by the time you leave his office. He's a wonderful mentor as well, and I just can't say enough good things about him. But the JD-MHA program itself, you can apply to the program in either, you can apply to both programs right away, or you can apply to the other program once you're enrolled in either the JD or the MHA. So for instance, I applied to both during my gap year. I chose to enroll in the JD program for my first year and defer my entrance to the MHA until my second year. So that meant that in 2019, I completed my first year of law. In 2020, I began my first year of the MHA. And now for the next 2 years, I'll be doing courses in both programs simultaneously. And so they're really, really quite connected and highlight interesting aspects of each program. So for instance, in Michael's torts class in my first year of law, I found that many court decisions hinged on policy arguments and reasoning. And then going into the MHA the following year, it allowed me to see how these policy decisions came to be, to interact with the system that was creating these decisions, and also learning from just the wealth of knowledge that my classmates brought to the table and that my professors brought in both discussions and debates. I also had the chance to work with legal counsel at the Nova Scotia Health Authority as part of my residency, and I'll actually be working with the same organization again in the coming semester as part of the law school, as a law school placement. So these are just a couple examples of one of the many hands-on opportunities that you'll have in this program, but there's also many other avenues to explore. So whether you're looking to bolster your resume for a law firm who sees that you have health-related experience, as Olivia mentioned earlier with her firm, or whether you're looking to become a health administrator and looking to gain a better understanding of the legal world. So for instance, privacy law, which is becoming increasingly important today. So of course, there's many more benefits, but anyone is always welcome to reach out to me by email or any other means, as well as Michael. His door is always open. And without further ado, I'll hand it back to my name twin, Emma A., to talk about the thesis program.
Thanks, Emma. I'll go quick because I want to make sure we get to the questions. But as I mentioned before, I'm in the thesis stream. And of course, entering into graduate thesis is not a decision to be taken lightly, but with the breadth of the research expertise at the school, the MHA is really set apart from other programs across the country. So for example, if Dr. Ma is here and she can turn on her camera and give a wave, Dr. Ma coordinates the thesis stream and has a prestigious Canada Research Chair in promoting healthy populations. She also runs the Food Policy Lab.
Join us this evening, but she will. She sends her regards. Okay. Couldn't join us this evening.
No worry. I'll just speak nice things about her, and we'll have to just tell her about them later. But Dr. Ma coordinates the program. She's created a very detailed handbook that you can all find on the website. But depending on your career aims, a thesis is an asset to your research portfolio and gives you a great experience for pursuing a PhD or further policy work. the handbook really lays out nicely the timelines here, but in general, projects that are available for thesis are shared in early September, and an expression of interest is due around mid-October, with your entry into the stream confirmed in December. And to give you a flavor of the types of projects you could do, some of the available projects this year were a policy scan and literature review of assisted reproduction policies in Canada. There was also one on creating a culture of sepsis awareness through advocacy, health literacy, and knowledge translation, and acting collectively in collaboration with Nova Scotia Health, the local health authority here, on a pilot to gather community level data on the needs of and resources for community living older adults. So with that, I'll hand over to Ben for the Q&A portion.